Thank you, family, friends, for joining me at What Else? Maria Loves to Talk. Nope, not talking about candles, not talking about perfumes or my little Valentine's decorations. Yes, I am talking about this whole series. I don't know if I should call it a series or what, but I will be talking about crime, and just relationships gone sour, just little crazy things. Just like some of the things I'm seeing in the news lately. It's just like common sense stuff that mama, papa, your godmother should have told you. And it look like a lot of people just missing common sense. Body of missing Texas woman, 33, who discovered her boyfriend was actually married, is discovered near home of Cat Fisher after she threatened to tell his wife about their affair.
Identified a woman's body found in a Grand Prairie wooded area. Hello, I'm Steve Eager.
Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes. The body has been identified as that of Kayla Kelley. Her body was found near the home of the man charged with her kidnapping. Police documents say he was having an affair with her. Fox 4's Blake Hansen joins us now with more on today's developments. Joining us live, Blake.
Yeah, Heather and Steve, in the last hour, the sheriff's office shared an update after that news came out that the body had been positively identified. To this point, though, still no murder charge that has been filed in this case. Now, the confirmation first came via the Tarrant County Medical Examiner's office this afternoon. It confirmed that the body discovered in Grand Prairie last night was Kayla Kelley. The cause of death is still listed as pending. It did say that the body was found in a, quote, clandestine grave in a wooded area. Now, we had a photographer back out in the area where Kelley was found today. Not too deep into the wooded area was an area that appeared to be freshly dug. Police had swarmed that area last night, not all that far from 32-year-old Ocastor Ferguson's home. Now, Ferguson is charged with kidnapping 33-year-old Kayla Kelley. The sheriff's office noted in its release today that he remains in custody for her kidnapping. We learned today that Ferguson has now also been charged with arson for burning Kelley's vehicle. The court documents say Kelley had recently discovered Ferguson was married and had provided her a fake name before her disappearance. We spoke with the sheriff just moments ago.
We had hoped for a different outcome. And like her family, we were devastated when it ended up that we found her body.
Again, one of those big questions is what led them to that specific location in Grand Prairie. The sheriff did not say, noting that this investigation.
Another one of those catfish stories, another one of those lying, cheating stories, right? And when are we going to learn? Yes, I'm going to put my little opinions, my speculations. When you're trying to threaten a man, a dude, or a man trying to threaten a woman or give an ultimatum, that's when all hell breaks loose. It really does. Everything just breaks loose. The arrest revealed that Ferguson, who was married, had been dating Kelley since summer 2022 under the fake name. How can you give a fake name? I mean, because if whatever his name, I don't think she was the only one, but I mean, that is real. I wonder if he had an apartment. Because I heard of some of these married dudes, they have an apartment, a side secret apartment they're sharing with another old cheating husband. The two dudes split their, I guess, their little side apartment. So here, after discovering his real identity and marital status, Kelley messaged Ferguson threatening to tell his wife about his infidelity. She was reported missing soon after by her aunts and co-workers who said they hadn't heard from her in days. This reminds me of two stories, and again, like I said, these be nice looking men, nice looking attractive dude. This reminds me of the story of the young lady, barely 20, that was dating the old dude that was in his 40s, and he called her mom and told her mom to tell her to leave him alone. And they met up, and the people heard her screaming and hollering in the car, and they didn't help, and then they saw him do this to her. Also reminds me of the cop, a white cop was dating a black lady. They both worked for the police force. I don't know, she had allegedly had got pregnant, but I know his wife had just had a baby, and she threatened to tell his wife, and he snuck in either through her window or Bobby jammed the front door and stood over her while she slept and deleted her. After this young lady and her family, and hopefully he is put away for a very long time, Mr. Ocastor. Again, I just can't get over this. Nice looking guy. Now she looks to be kind of a thick, big boned, heavy set lady, but she's nice looking. Ocastor Ferguson. I really wonder what his wife, and I can just imagine that poor woman, how embarrassing that is. Embarrassing and shameful. Just sad. And I wonder if she's going to support him. I'm wondering, I'm curious if she's going to be right behind him, because you know when these married dudes are cut up or do something stupid, the wives be right there. She'd be right there. I'm going to support my man. I'm going to stand behind my man. I'm going to stand behind my man. He didn't do it. He didn't do it. She led him on. She led him on. This story reminds me of the Shanquella Robinson story. Not exactly, but it looks like people should, haven't learned. I shouldn't say haven't learned. People just need to be careful traveling outside of the country. Even though Mexico is like right down the street from us, you still need to be careful, because it's just so many bad things that's happening to American citizens when we go abroad to other countries. Okay, so this story here: missing Ohio architect and fiance among 4 bodies found buried in a mass grave in Mexico.
Bodies have been found in Mexico, and one of those bodies is believed to be the Hamilton man who disappeared the day after Christmas. Kendall High joins us live from CVG with this story, this update you'll only find on Fox 19 Now. Kendall?
Yeah, Jessica, that man from Hamilton is 36-year-old Jose Gutierrez, who actually was last seen here on December 22nd at CVG Airport when his family dropped him off to go and meet up with his fiancée in Mexico as they were going to plan for their wedding. Can you all tell us a little bit about the most recent development that you all have found out?
The most recent development we found out is about 5 bodies have been found.
On December 22nd, 36-year-old Jose Gutierrez, the oldest of 7 siblings, boarded a flight to Mexico to meet with his fiancée, Daniela Picardo, to plan out their wedding. Jose's family says that they haven't heard from the couple since they went out to dinner a few days into their trip, when they were accompanied by Daniela's sister and cousin. And on Tuesday, Jose's family called Daniela's parents, who informed everyone that authorities have found 4 to 5 bodies, and they identified 3 of them as Daniela, her sister, and cousin. On Friday morning, Jose's parents, who also live in Mexico, gave authorities their DNA to see if it matches that of the male body. Authorities told the family that they would confirm the DNA with the family within the next 24 to 72 hours. Now, the Gutierrez family says they're playing the waiting game. Did they describe the state of the bodies to you by any chance? Or?
I think they were like, what was the word? Decomposed.
Christian and Miguel Gutierrez, the younger brothers of Jose, says they've been receiving bad news all week. Just a few days ago, the family learned that the car that the couple had used in Mexico had been found riddled with bullet holes. Still, the brothers remain hopeful that Jose will return home.
All these days we've just been praying and praying that it's not him, it's not him. And if the outcome comes as that, we have to be ready.
Now, I've been in constant communication with the family members, and they said as we learn more about the DNA and everything is finalized, they will.
In a video statement released December 30th, Vargas' mother says she had received a text message from her daughter, who wrote, "Everything is okay, Mom. We're already arriving at Pulachica, a town in the state of Jalisco that is near the Zacatecas border. According to government data released earlier this month, at least 666 kidnappings were reported from January to November 2022 in Mexico. in comparison with 625 in 2021. There were 1,047 abductions registered in 2020 and 1,629 in 2019. Wow. Y'all, it just ends like this. I mean, it's nothing. So basically they were kidnapped. Somebody was watching them, and let's think about this. How do we know it had something to do with the restaurant? Maybe it was someone work at the restaurant. Maybe it was someone saw this one dude with 3 women driving along the road, or Daniela, his fiance. Maybe it might be a stalker. It could have been a man or a dude or someone that liked her and was following them, or was mad that she was marrying this outsider from, the U.S. But that's weird that, just take whatever you want. Just take the money, take the jewelry. Why did they have to delete these young people? Just take what you want. Leave them out in the desert. Maybe not leave them in the desert, but you guys, all I can tell y'all, you better be careful, especially the ones, that you don't, like with me, you don't speak the language. I don't know anybody. So you really need to be careful. Just as they say, stay on the beaten path, and stay during the day out. Don't go out at night into, I don't know, and I wouldn't say this was remote because they said it was a restaurant. Prayers go out to this family as well, because that's weird. It's scary. And I would think Mexico or any country where this is going on, that they would be concerned about tourists and tourist money, because this definitely turns me off to want to travel. So hey, any traveling, I'm gonna do it in states in the U.S. No traveling to Brazil, Mexico, Dominican Republic, India, Russia. Stay my little self right here.